Okay, we're going to give it a minute. We'll give people a chance to hop on, listening to some fun cinematic. All right. Cool. We're glad that you're on here with us. We've got a couple of updates that I wanted to give out here with the Bonner Breakdown. And obviously, I love to start conversations when we are on live stream. Lots of craziness happening. We had a crazy election. We had lots of crazy stuff going on. And during that time, a lot of transitions happened in my world. And we're super excited to be able to provide the Bonner Breakdown here in 2021. One of the big questions and concerns, what for me personally, was with transition. I'm going back into the environment of full-time ministry at Harvest Valley. And then also with a lot of stuff, I've felt a little overwhelmed heading into the close of the year. And I needed help, and help has come. I was able to hire some staff, actually an intern who's going to learn how to utilize all of these, all the equipment, everything else. And they've agreed to do that, which is really great, because the production time is really the thing that is hardest for me. So with that being said, we are at a place now where we will start our 2021 interview sessions. Our goal is to have those interviews done every single week. And we are very excited to be able to provide an opportunity for local businesses, nonprofits, local individuals with stories, individuals that have been here maybe a long time or not. We'll do a little bit of politics. It felt like it was swimming a little too deep politically, which really isn't the end aim of the show. The show is ultimately to create a platform to tell the stories of what's happening here in Bonner County, some of the amazing things that are going on. We love to hear about that. That's why we start off every single episode with the good report. Okay, so in a world where most everything is negative, we always want to shine the light on something bright that is good. So if you're watching right now and you say, hey, you know what, I've got a good report, if you can think of a good report, throw it in the comments, because I'd love to talk about it, even while we're just doing this live stream today. So if you have a good report, throw it into the comment section, something that you think is positive, beneficial, healthy, something good to talk about. Put it in there. There's lots of negative, right? Like there is lots of negative, no matter what side of the aisle you sit on politically. Like, though our world is very divided, and maybe we can find a point of some unity somewhere by celebrating the good, not just for our team, but really what's best for our community. So that's really the goal, even of the program. The other question that I have, obviously, if you've got a good report, throw it in the chat. The other thing that I want to really be able to get some clarity from everybody on is, who do you want to hear from? And the reason why I say, who do you want to hear from? It's not just, we all know that everybody wants to hear from their favorite politician, but not politics, right? We know who the players are. We know who all the people are that have something to say, and we'll definitely interview based on issues as time goes on. But one of our goals is to really create, like I said, a platform where we can hear the stories and hear what is happening in our community. What are the good things that are going on, not just the points of contention. And I think there's always room for that. We'll always have that. And so that's not the primary. So with that, who do you want to hear from? Who are some people that you would say, wow, that they've got an amazing story? You know, one person that I've semi-invited but haven't done anything formally is the managers at Cedar Street Bridge. If you guys have been down to the Cedar Street Bridge, they've just turned that into a really fun environment. And of course, you know, that's I know Sherry Meekings, and she's doing a lot of that. Love to have her on the show. And there's other people out there. Who else do you think might be a good person to have on the show? Just throw it in the chat. So when we're looking at the interviews, we're looking at all avenues and all different types of guests. I realized part of my process as I realized that because I'm a political junkie, I tend to steer the show that direction, and we want to deal with some of the issues that are happening, but that's sometimes it's bigger than politics. Like the housing thing, it's bigger than politics, right? Politicians can't solve our housing issue. The issue with the seasonal homelessness, that's bigger than just what the politics can talk about. I think one of the things that we really need to spend some time discussing is what are some ways that we can come together in this community when we're divided politically. I don't hear anybody talking about that. Maybe there's some great ideas around that. Maybe there's a common denominator that we can all at least take a breath and come together on. And so, we don't know what's going to happen next. We don't know what the world has in store, but we do know that we have opportunity just as residents of this community to dictate how this is going to go for us. And so the Barna Breakdown is here to tell some great stories, to allow for there to be some awesome opportunities for people to have a voice that they normally would not have an opportunity to have. Obviously, during COVID-19 at the beginning of that in March, we really went after that and interviewed a bunch of different people across the board. When things come up, we're going to address that stuff. Again, we're looking for people to interview. We want to know who and what organizations, including businesses, do you, the viewer, want to see, want to hear from. Okay. Now that can be anywhere on the spectrum of ideology. It can be anywhere on the spectrum of religion. It can be anywhere on the spectrum of politics, any of that. It doesn't matter to me. I don't have a problem talking to anybody. So I think what we want to be able to do is find the organizations, the people, the causes that are inspirational and that are serving a purpose in our community that we want to highlight and and just kind of see what's happening in their world. I have to say, I appreciate so much all the support that you guys have had over the last year. Last November we started, so we've been around a little over a year. We did 9 months of filming, 10 months of filming, and we had 3 months, 4 months now of a bit of a break of while getting some things sorted out. And as we head into this next season, we're really aware at the Bonner Breakdown that telling the story of all the things that are happening here is it's not easy to do, because we all can tend to lean into and sit in different seats, and there are places of deep seated disagreement, but we've got to find where's the good, where are the places that we can all celebrate and be aware of. So if you know of an organization that you really think, man, nobody's really hearing about that, or maybe their story's been told 100 times, but they're doing a new thing, and we need to get them on the Bonner Breakdown. And one of the nice things with our new technology upgrades, thank you to Sandpoint Marketing for some of those technology upgrades. With that, we are able to do more online live stream chats, all that kind of stuff. And one of the questions I have, would you prefer that the Barner Breakdown does live interviews that where you can see the camera angles and the switches and be able to ask questions? I will have a consistent producer available here now. So with a consistent production team, we can have some interactions and questions asked and interaction through the live stream itself. So, which is great. That stuff to me is super exciting to be able to do that. So is that something that you would want, or do you want the pre-recorded ones? How would you want it to go? So any input that you have is greatly appreciated. The last thing, which I'm going to put a poll out there. the question is, what was your favorite episode of 2020 on the Bonner Breakdown? What was your favorite episode? We had a lot of episodes that got a lot of views. From Mayor Shelby, Sage Dixon got a lot of views. We had our interview with Black Lives Matter group from here locally that got a lot of views, and Robert Rosenberry, he got a lot of views. So, which one was your favorite? Obviously the more political ones get the most clicks. Who figured, right? Like, who knew? Political shows get more clicks than puff piece, feel good shows. But our goal is to try and get the information about what the good things happening in this community are out. I think it's very easy to lose sight of the fact that as a community, as a group of humans living in the same sector of the earth, that we all have a lot in common, and we all really have a lot to enjoy together. So just trying to bring a little bit of hope, bring a little bit of perspective on everything that's happening in the world. The world is bigger than the news and social media. We got real things happening here that I think are super, super, super important. So again, at any point in time, you want to put in the chat, what are the best guests that you want to hear from, that you want to see, no matter what their background is, no matter what's going on. We have people from all over the spectrum come on this platform, and we're asking that you let us know what you want us to create in this next season. We will start doing our weekly episodes and podcasts and everything else. Those will be up here in the next couple of weeks. We're in training right now with our production staff, making sure they know how to use all the equipment properly. And then from there, we're going to move right into doing some broadcasts, which we're very excited about. And let me know topics that you want to have covered, and I can try and find people. So really, I want to begin to serve the Bonner Breakdown community. You let me know what it is that you want to hear. We are ready to go live with shows in the next couple of weeks, which is very, very exciting to me. I'm extremely I'll just say I'm super pleased and happy that we were able to get some help in making this thing go. The other aspect as well is for those of you, I still will do my after the broadcast breakdowns. I've been doing some studying. I'm not a journalist, right? Like, I don't know the rules of journal. I just know how to ask questions and do an interview. Some people get annoyed with that I'm actually doing a show without the training. But it's what I feel needs to happen. So one of the things that I've been doing is my after the episode, I will do some form of recap and give my honest assessment of the situation. I do that on patreon.com. And you can go to patreon.com/Bonner Breakdown. And there, basically, once you subscribe, you have access to all of the private videos that are on there, which are my responses to every single video from the last season. I have on there from my interviews with city officials, Black Lives Matter, all that kind of stuff. And, people get to know me a little bit more. You get to know a little bit more about my politics, get to know a little bit more about kind of my perspective on some things that maybe I'm not as aggressive with in an interview, because the focus on the interview isn't on me. But I do have a lot of people that ask, what do you think? What's okay? What's up, Isaac? So a lot of people ask, good to see you. This is my little brother. Come on. My little brother, Isaac. So a lot of people ask me, what do you think about it? Because when I'm interviewing, I don't get really into my personal beliefs. I've had a couple of people say, well, what's your take on it? And they'll do that on the show. And I try to just be as probably down the middle, I think, as I can be, just as far as like, I'm not going to take an aggressive stance on the interview because it's not about me, or, it's not a focus of the interview isn't on me. But for people who want to know where I stand, what I think, or what's going on based on the interview that I just had, I do a live stream recap, which is available for comments, questions, all that kind of stuff is available on the patreon.com platform. So you go to patreon.com/Bonner Breakdown. I would write that in the chat and put it there, but Facebook bans me from putting links in my own chat, which is interesting. YouTube is great. So I'll throw it in here just for the sake of YouTube. Patreon.com Bonner Breakdown. And one of the things that that I think is really really important about, did it post? Somebody tell me if it posted. It looks like it posted in Facebook. If it posted in Facebook, I'll be really happy. All right, let me know. Somebody in the chat, let me know. All right, so the reality of what we're trying to do here is set a tone of hope, a perspective, and finding the ability for us as a community to find some common ground, because I think that we have a lot more to focus on than all of the negative. And we want to tell the story of all the good things that are going on. Again, you want my perspective? I'll give you my perspective, but you do need to donate for that. And yeah, I do think my perspectives are that good. Somebody asked me like that, but you actually do get additional content. You can get the full unedited. Sometimes we'll have some edited. I've had some conversations even with some city council people that we took a chunk out. That those chunks are available on Patreon, that kind of stuff. So anytime that there's something that we're not going to put out there for public consumption, maybe even we'll do a shorter version. I think I had a 2.5 hour interview and we only posted an hour of the interview. And so you get those full extended versions on patreon.com. Now, again, I want to hear, who do you want to hear from? I want to know what is it? What organizations, what causes do you think are the most pertinent for us to pay attention to listen to, all that kind of stuff. Let me know if you see the Patreon link in the Bonner Breakdown on Facebook, because I'll be shocked, because I've not been able to get a link to work on the Facebook live stream using this platform. So awesome. Okay. Well, with that, again, I'm super grateful that we've got some production staff coming in. And we do have the ability to do a show a week. We're going to do an interview and a show a week. We're going to kick everything off with the good report, whatever is good, whatever is noble, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is right, whatever is truthful. We want to start with those things. We want to put our focus on those things as an entire community. It sounds great. Why would we not want to actually focus on good things for a while? Seems like that might be a really good thing. Everybody's aware of all the negative stuff. It's not our job. At least I don't feel like it's my job anyways. So hey, we're grateful again for everybody, and with that, I'm going to sign out. I'm going to leave you again with a song called Breathe by Ian Post. This is on my, I subscribe to a free, not a free, but a royalty free license for thousands and thousands of songs through Sandpoint Marketing. And it's kind of fun. So enjoy that. The 20 minutes is about up here on the live chat that I was going to do today. Thank you guys for watching. The more you interact, share, like, subscribe, all that stuff, it helps the Bonner Breakdown be more successful. And actually, we want to turn this thing into something profitable that benefits the community as well. So with that, we are, as always, grateful and looking forward to connecting with new guests. Let us know who you want to see. And with that, we're going to dive in here to this song, Breathe. Guys, have a great day.